Hey trader, what time is it? It is Pip grabbing time. This is the FxBigDog. Welcome to the show. This is the Pip Grabber Trading Show, where we look for 20 pips in the market. We go ahead and grab 20 pips in the market, get the heck out of Dodge, and then go ahead and look for new trade opportunities. This strategy has been so powerful that we've made over 95 or close to 95% already this year. Traders, I'm excited to go ahead and share with you the next trade opportunities that we're going to go ahead and talk about in today's session right after this. See you right now. Alrighty, traders, well, welcome to the show, and glad to have everyone here. Go ahead and first, you go ahead and let me know that you're in the chat. But just go ahead and post in there in the chat. Hey, Gary, what's up? What's going on? I'd like to go ahead and make sure that everyone is hearing the sound and coming through nice and clear. Now, we are broadcasting on different platforms. Instagram, no, not Instagram. I keep saying that, but we're going to do Instagram. But we're going to be on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch. We're on Discord. We are on, oh my gosh, we are on YouTube. We are broadcasting on many platforms. Now, we're only going to do this for a short period of time as we're starting to build up the channel, build up the audience. We are going to eventually move to just the YouTube channel and dedicate all our time on the YouTube channel alone. So if you want to go ahead and make sure that you get into these sessions, make sure you are a subscriber of two channels. FxBigDog is the one, and the other one is the Traders Network Club. Those are the two channels you want to be subscribed to as we go ahead and start separating these live broadcasts into the different channels. You want to make sure that you are subscribed to both the channels. Now, also, what we're going to be talking about today is, of course, trade opportunities, 20 pip trade opportunities in today's session. We're going to get into that right away. But before we go ahead and do that, do me a favor. If you have not already, smash the like button. We'd like to get as many people as possible liking and viewing this video. So go ahead and do that. Support the channel, and that's how we go ahead and continue these sessions on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis by you guys going ahead and smashing the like button. Now, also, very important, traders, that you subscribe to the channel, like the button, and share the video. Share the video on your social media. That's, once again, another way that you support this channel, and so that we can go ahead and continue to do this. Now, like I said earlier on, this trading strategy that we're going to look at right now has generated over 14,500 pips, and we're close to 95%. This needs to be updated. We're actually close to 95% profit on this. So I'll go ahead and take a look at the results in a moment right now, but we're doing pretty solid. So let's go take a look and see what the next trade opportunity is going to be as we go ahead and look to trade the setups. I want to go ahead and welcome everyone in the room. Mason, good day to you. We have Mason in the house, and he says everything is good and solid. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We also have, looks like we've got a Gary in the house. Fantastic name, Gary. Welcome to the session. We have Ollie in the house. Ollie's from, I believe, South Africa. Let's go to Robert. Robert's in the house as well. Good day, Robert. Good to have you here as well. And good to see everyone in the room. So let's go get started as we dig into the details here. And welcome to everyone else that's in the trading room that I have not said hi to. Welcome everyone here to the session. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what the trade opportunity is setting out for us this afternoon as we dig into five currency pairs: Aussie CAD, New Zealand CAD, US dollar CAD, US dollar, Euro US dollar, and then of course Canadian Swiss as well. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at that as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the first one, which is the Aussie CAD. Now the Aussie CAD right here is pushing pretty solid down right here. And this, I don't know if this is due to oil prices or due to some news that came out for the US, but I'm going to go ahead and take a quick look right here. I definitely want to see how is the dollar index setting up, and of course, how is US oil setting up right here. Let's go to US oil first. Take a look at US oil. Well, US oil is not moving. I mean, we've got the price up here at the resistance. We're not seeing any sort of downside move. So this is not necessarily a oil move, right? So it means that the Canadian cross is not really making any moves based on what we're seeing right now. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take a look over here as we look at the last hour. I'm going to close this up, look at the last hour, and see that we are seeing some real weak Aussie, weak New Zealand, slightly weak US. But take a look right here. Aussie and New Zealand both been really weak. Now, if I go to the news and I go take a look at the news calendar right here, I don't see anything coming up here that is really pointing any pointing us in any direction as to why the news is, at least not sorry, why the Aussie and the New Zealand dollar is selling off the way it is right here. So I'm not seeing anything right now that's making me feel like, okay, I need to get into the Aussie and New Zealand trades. Okay, so there's no news out here. Nothing's reporting at the moment right now that could be indicating that we should see an Aussie and New Zealand dollar sell off. So there might be something that's going to pop up on the news bulletin right here that may give us a little bit of insight of what's going on. Well, I see right here. What is this? Let's see here. Let's click on this. Let's take a look right here. So we're talking about okay, that's for Swiss. So strong Swiss keeps inflation low in Switzerland. We're always ready to intervene in the currency markets. Okay, so we're getting some possible question about intervention for the Swiss. There is not a level where we intervene. We constantly analyze the situation. Euro Swiss rate is an important exchange rate, but is not the only one. All right, so that was reported by the SNB, which is the Swiss National Bank, and so that is where we're at right here. That's about all the information we're getting right here. So we're not trading in this session. We're not trading the Euro Swiss or the Swiss in general, except for one pair. And that is this is it right here. This is the CAD Swiss right here. So let's go to the CAD Swiss quickly before we dig into the Aussie. So we are seeing CAD Swiss, seeing some stronger Swiss taking place right here. And so let's see here. Okay. So the biggest concern right here, based on what we're seeing right here, is that they're saying that a strong Swiss keeps inflation low. Okay, strong Swiss keeps inflation low. So that is something that they may or may not want. Okay, keeping inflation low is not always a good thing. Inflation, we need to see an increase in inflation in order to be able to stimulate the economy. If inflation is too low, that means there's no stimulation. Now that's one thing. So it could be a good thing or bad thing, depending, of course, where they are. Now they are stating that they are keep an eye on it. They are checking out and analyzing the situation continuously. So they'll keep an eye on that. Now they also speak about the rate between the euro and the Swiss. That rate is important, but it's not the only one. So they are keeping an eye on not just the euro Swiss, but other crosses as well. So there could be some movement. And again, they are stating here as well, very plain clear, very openly saying that we are always ready to intervene in the currency market. Well, okay, that's a strong statement, which means that this could be something that could come up pretty soon. So they say always prepared. That's their motto, always prepared. So we'll take a look and see how that plays out. So if we go to the CAD Swiss right here, let's take a look and see CAD Swiss. Now, do we have a trade on the CAD Swiss? I don't believe we do, because we traded last week. And let me go ahead and pull up all my positions. Let's see here. Where is all my positions? I believe I am flat. And I'm going to pull it up right here. I'm flat on all the positions that we traded last week. So we've made money on all the positions that we traded last week already. And if I look over here and bring this straight through to the right-hand side here, you will see that we have closed out all our positions. Here's the history right here. And you can see right here, we have closed out all our positions from last week. We've closed out all our positions. Let's go ahead and make this custom. And let's take a look at the dates. And we'll go from last week, Monday, to date. And you can see right here, yep, we've made $1,300 on our trades. So we are absolutely closed down all our positions. All right, so we closed on all our positions. We've made money on all our positions. And so we are growing our account. Now, the next thing we want to go ahead and do here is we want to go ahead and take a look at our Pip Grabber. Let's go take a look at our Pip Grabber right here. Let's take a look at the last trade that was placed on the Swiss, the CAD Swiss. If I see over here, this is our trade copier, by the way. And if anyone's interested in the trade copy, it's doing exceptionally well right now. If you want to get more information about the track record and how it's doing, take a look in the description below. All the details are there. Also, if you want to get involved in the trade copier, there's links below as well that you can get involved in that. If you want to know anything about the tools that I'm using, there is a waiting list that you can go ahead and put your name on. That when the tools that I'm using are released, you will get information on those tools. So check out the description below be able to get all that information in the description below as well. So let's take a look here. The CAD Swiss. Looks like I don't have a trade on the CAD Swiss as of right now. CAD Swiss, nope. Nothing on the CAD Swiss. Let me double check this and see if we're in any long-term position. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my master account where all the trades are coming through. And looks like we've been holding on the CAD Swiss on a buy for some time. We actually are in a buy on the CAD Swiss. We're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions. 6 positions. Our last entry point on the CAD Swiss, which was long, was on the was at 73.34. So 73.34. So let's go to 73.34 on the chart. And let's take a look over here. Now, do I want to buy the CAD Swiss? So let's see. What is the entry point again? It was 73, 34. So 73.34 is going to be about here. All right, so that last entry point is approximately around about 10 pips below, or actually more than that, about 15 pips below right here. So we do have an entry. Now, if I look at the way this has been set up right here, if I look at the wave structure right here, okay, I do notice that we have a good solid upward trend right here, but we have an inside trend. Now, clearly, if the market breaks through this inside trend, we will see price going back down to this level right here. So if I start entering here, I need to be prepared for a possible 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 entries, additional entry points as the market goes ahead and drops back down south. Now, granted, I'm looking for a 20 pip grab on those. And so that's all I'm looking for right here. And so what I'm going to do is I like to buy at support and sell at resistance. And I like to use a cost averaging approach for that. But I also look at these wave structure as a sign of where the market may turn. And so if I look over here, I do see a 1.618 right about here. And so that gives me, let's take a look right here, from this level all the way to where price at now, that's approximately 21 pips. So if I do enter now, and I use an increment of 25 pips each, every 25 pips, I re-enter again, I'm not only going to get into this entry point, but I may get into multiple entry points. Am I okay with that? Well, I am okay with that because also keep in mind that we're in this fourth wave. And so this fourth wave could still be range bound. We could be sitting inside this range, okay, for some time before it actually starts breaking north. Or we could sit in this range, eventually get down to the 1.618, and then turn around and head back up north. But if we stick in this range, do we see 20 pips to the upside? I think I do. Let's take a look right here. If price moves up to the top right here, we're looking at a 48 pip target. It's a no-brainer, right? We can go ahead and make money on this. Okay. Well, with that being the case, I'm going to go ahead and enter along on the on the CAD Swiss right here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in on along. And let's go ahead and take a look right here. So we're looking for CAD Swiss right here. I'm at the support level. I'm going to go ahead and buy. It's going to give me an answer right here. Do I want to confirm entry? Yes, I do. There it is. I am in. This is a live trading account, and I'm long on the CAD Swiss right now, looking for a 20 pip grab. I'm using what we call the Pip Grabber Trading Tool. It's a tool that is really good when using these type of strategies. So you can see right here that it does have my target up here, which is my 20 pip target, and we will be getting out of that trade on 20 pips. I'm not going to get greedy. I'm just going to take my 20 pips and get out of the trade. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else out there. All right, so let's go back to the Aussie. This is the Aussie Canadian. Now, traders, I want to go ahead and point out a couple of things right here. When price takes out my wave 4, I'm expecting the market to go ahead and turn around and head back up north. Now, we did get a little bit lower right here, okay? The market did drop a little bit lower, and it can. It is a new swing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm talking about when I say new swing. If I go ahead and compress the charts on this pair, right? The one thing that we have to pick up right here is that we do have this down AB swing. We have another down AB swing. And so we're looking for the market to possibly go ahead and drop back down to this level. So long term, Aussie Canadian expected to drop back down to this level. And this is such small. It looks like it's 89.38 right here. So 89.38 is the target to the downside. Okay. So when I look at this inside wave structure right here, okay, this tells me that I had a 5-wave structure going up. Now this is the concern that traders might have, is that this is a 4th wave. Okay, now check this out. As price comes down here and goes back up in a retracement move, when price goes below this level, right, like it did right here, and starts coming back up, we're expecting it to take out that wave, the wave high. We are, because that's what an irregular flat pattern does, right? But guess what? There's a different pattern. And the pattern is called a running flat. What is a running flat? A running flat is where it doesn't take out the previous wave high, but then goes ahead and turns before that and heads down south. How do we know that it's going to do that? Well, anytime we have an irregular flat or even a running flat setup, how the internal structure is set up is in a 5-wave structure on the C move, which means something like this. Let me go ahead and do this. This is what happens. Price goes down, goes up, takes out the low right here, all right, but then starts coming back up. Now, the internal structure is what we're interested in. And so if the internal structure goes ahead and creates a 5-wave move, above that, we look to go ahead and sell. But then we also have the issue with if the market doesn't create a 5-wave structure above that high, but actually does something like this, takes out the low, but then goes into a 5-wave structure like this before it takes out the high, that is what we call a running flat. And so the Aussie Canadian is possibly on its way down towards the next level of support. Okay. Now, I don't want to get deep into this. I'm going to definitely go do a video on this and teach a little bit more about wave structure. So make sure that if you're not subscribed to my channel, specifically the FxBigDog channel, you may want to go ahead and do that, because we are going to be talking about, sharing information about education on that channel. So FxBigDog, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get that information as soon as I post it. Now, because we're expecting now the market to go ahead and work its way down, now I got to pay attention to the downward swings. So let's do that. All right. So let's go ahead and firstly kill this. Let's look at the first swing going down right here, which is going to be from this high to that low. Oh, I already got that in. Snap. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. There it is, the high-low. Here's the target. So let's go ahead and mark off that target. This is the 1.618 right here. Oh, yeah. So what happens when the market hits the 1.618? We now have a new swing. Here is the new swing from here, all right, all the way down to this level right here. Now, check this out. You know what's even cool? Take a look at the internal structure. Look at this. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And guess what? Market pulls back up, takes out the wave 4 right here, and then turns around and heads back down south. Isn't that cool? All right. Fantastic how the market confirms its levels. Now, we're heading south towards the next support level. What is that? The next support level is going to be down here at the 1.618. So let's go ahead and mark that off right here. Here's the 1.27. The 1.27 is the next target. Okay. Now, the 127 is going to look like something like this. We got how many pips left? We got about 35 pips before it hits that level. Okay, so this is what's interesting. Two things here that you need to understand. This is what you need to understand about trading, right? When we see a level of this is going to be our fourth wave, right? Our fourth wave is really right here and right here. Now, because we're in a fourth waves could be range bound. Okay, so which means that I'm going to look over here and I'm going to see at this level, do we have 20 pips going up to the top? All right, that's the first question. Second question is, if the market breaks through this level and it gets to this level, how many pips is that going down? Is that 25 that we can get in on a second entry point? Because I want to enter at this point, because I do want to see if price goes back up again, that I will be able to capture my 20 pips going back up. So what I'm doing is I'm trading between the levels. And because I'm trading between the levels, it gives me a good sense that if the market does break down to the next level, we can get in at the next level and still make profit. So even though we're in two positions, we can still make profit. So because of that, this seems like, despite of this big move to the downside, this seems like a good trade to go ahead and get in. Check this out as well. Going to go to the 15-minute time frame. Okay. So on the 15-minute time frame, from when the market hit the high right here, we had a swing high, low down here, right? Take a look right here. Price is right down here at the 1.618. So we could get a bounce back up again. Now, all I'm looking for is 20 pips. If the market bounces back up, let's say I enter right here. Does the market have 20 pips going on? Well, we do. We have about 23 pips for it to come back to retest that lows. So if it does come back and retest that, I'm going to be in the money. If it goes further down south and picks me up on a second position, I'm still going to be okay. So we might not be exactly where we want to be based on entry point. All right. In fact, if the market can drop back down, let's see here. If we got the market can drop down maybe another 6 pips. Wow. But 6 pips means a lot, right? 6 pips is the difference of making your 20 pip profit or only coming short of that 15 pips, right? So 6 pips is a big difference, all right? It is. But I'm going to feel confident about where we're at right now. And I'm actually going to go ahead and say, let's get crazy. Let's get crazy. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's get into this trade, okay? And let's go ahead and look for this right here. I'm going to look to enter long on this trade right here. Let's go to the Euro Aussie. Sorry, the Aussie CAD. My bad. Aussie CAD. And I'm going to go ahead and buy on this. And I'm going to enter right here and look for a 20 pip grab. There's my target. There's my break-even point. And I'm looking for a 20 pip grab. Again, if price drops down further, the next level is going to give us a next entry point, and we're going to go back up again. Look at the next level. The next level is down here. And that next level is going to get us, where's that? There we go. The next level will get us in. Look at that. It's going to be a 30 pip drop. So that means if we're entering 25 pip increments, we should be able to get in on a next trade before the market bounces off that 31 pip target right here, or 33 pip target right here, where price is going to go further down south. So I'm quite happy with that. Now, if you say, well, big dog, why don't we sell it south? Why don't we go ahead and sell? Because we do have a downside move that's 31 pips to the downside. Why don't we rather go ahead and sell this, all right, instead of buying it? Well, the thing here is that I stick to a certain rule. And that rule is when I'm at support, I buy it. If it breaks support, that's fine. I'll buy at the next level. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sell at support, okay? So I'm sticking to the old rule. Buy at support, sell at resistance. And if it does break through, then it breaks through, but we've got a backup plan. And a backup plan is to re-enter at the next level, which is going to be at the 1.27. So we're good. All right, let's see if it breaks through that support. If it does, no problem. We've got a trade. Okay, let's go take a look at the New Zealand CAD. New Zealand CAD. Look here, we got a fifth wave up here at the top. We never got to that fifth wave. We've seen a bit of resistance at the top right here. We are seeing a sell-off right here. Let me go ahead and take a look at these inside swings. There's some inside swings playing a role here as well. One thing that's important right here, notice that we're trading back below that wave 3 right here. Okay, so here would be an example of me possibly looking at this and saying, well, if we're trading below that wave 3, then maybe I do want to sell this. And the reason why is because this is our support. Now, this is a 4-hour time frame, which means that this candle can close out above like this and have a candle wick like something like this. And so if it does that, then we probably going back up north. That means this candle has failed on us to close out below, and it's actually going to go ahead and move bullish, which means we're going to go back up to the fifth wave up here at the top. So there's a chance that this could happen. I don't see divergence down here below, so I'm not getting a lot of confirmation right here that I should be entering this market right now. So I'm going to stand aside on this, on the New Zealand CAD. I'm going to stand aside. I believe we might have a trade in on this already. Let's take a look here. Oh, by the way, so you take a look right here. Look at the New Zealand CAD right here. New Zealand CAD says sell. And I believe it is, it hasn't closed out with profit yet. So we've got 2 sells on this already. This one, oh, sorry, my bad. This one did close out with profit. So we closed out with profit on this one. This was a sell. And we got another sell right here at 88.66. So this is telling us to actually sell at 88.66. Interesting. 88.66. Let's take a look where price is at. Price is trading at 88.72. I'm going to sell this. If the trade copy is selling and I'm able to get in 4 or 5 pips higher than that, then I think I'm going to go ahead and sell the New Zealand CAD. Let's do that. Here's the New Zealand CAD right here. I'm going to go ahead and sell this. And I'm going to go ahead and look for that 25 pip profit. That's it. Done. Now, there could be a little pullback. We could have something like this. And that means if it does pull back over here, retest that high, we may enter on a second entry point, but when it comes back down, we're going to be in the money and we're going to make a 20 pip. So we're going to be okay on that. Okay? We're going to be okay on that. Let's take a look at our next trade. Next trade is going to be on the euro. No, hang on. US dollar. US dollar CAD. US dollar CAD right at this resistance here. Right? We should be selling US dollar CAD. Should we not? Let's take a look at the trade copier. Trade Copier, let's see, US dollar CAD. We have a buy. So it's actually buying. I'm not quite comfortable with that buy, though. It's buying at 24.66. Let's take a look here. 24.66. So 24.66, we're getting in on this much lower at 24.53. So there's going to be an entry, another entry on this. Do I feel comfortable on this one? Do we see, we see a bit of divergence here too. We see a bit of divergence here. Look at that. And I don't believe in the long-term outlook on, I don't believe long-term we're going to be good. So I'm going to do this. I'm already in on the trade copier, and I am currently right now, I am buying on based on the trade copier signal. But I'm looking at this from a manual perspective, and I'm looking at this and I'm saying, can this go down 20 pips? And let's take a look here. Here is my wave 1. Here's my wave 2. Here's my wave 3. I'm at the top right here, hitting resistance. I've got divergence here. I'm going to sell US dollar CAD. I'm going to go ahead and sell US dollar CAD right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get in on US dollar CAD. I'm going to sell it. So I'm selling US dollar CAD right here. I believe we're going to see a further downside move on US dollar CAD. And we're not going to see price move back up. There it is. There's my target. And my target is right at that support there. I'm going to be comfortable with that. If it does go up a little higher, I need to be able to look and see if it goes up higher, where can it go to before I re-enter on this? Let's take a look. If it goes up higher, if this is where I've entered, I'm going to re-enter right about here. Okay, good. At resistance. And then I'll re-enter if it breaks back above, but if it gets back to this level, I'm going to be in the money. So, okay. I'm going to be comfortable with that. I see the long-term outlook on US dollar CAD to be bearish. So I'm comfortable holding on to it. I see divergence here. If I'm wrong, trade copy is going to make money. I'm going to be in another position. But overall, it's going to go bearish. So I'm going to feel comfortable about this. Okay? Now, just out, we don't look at gold in this session, right? This session, we only look at these 5 currency pairs. And we look for 20 pip grab trade, 20 pip grab opportunities. All right? So we don't look at gold in the session. But make sure you check out some other YouTube channel that we do talk about gold, okay? And in fact, I'll make a note on the next video that I post. I might do a quick video on gold and get that posted in today as well. So I will get that posted today. Not a problem. I'll get that posted and I'll get a video on gold. Okay, and I'll let that video. I'll go ahead and release that video today. All right, so there we are on the US dollar CAD. Lastly, US dollar or this euro trading against the US dollar right here. Let's go take a look at the trade copier. Let's see what the trade copy is doing right now on euro. Let's see. The last trade we had on euro, we are I think we're in on euro. Yeah, there it is. There. It looks like that's the last trade right here. We got in on a sell at 1585. 1585. Let me see. I don't see any other thing on euro. 1585. Let's take a look at 1585. Oh, it's pretty much where we're at right now. So it's selling euro at the moment right now. To be honest with you, it's easy to make money out of the euro because it's so range bound. Doesn't matter if you're buying or selling the euro, you're going to be making money on both ends. Euro right now does have an overbought condition that it's busy testing at the moment right now. But if I'm selling US dollar CAD, then that means I'm expecting US dollar to weaken. And if I'm selling euro US dollar, that means I'm expecting US dollar to strengthen. So that is a bit of a hedge position. And so the trade copy does give us a confirmation that we could go both ways on this. And if I look at my swing structure right here, then I did take out the low right here. Right? So we took out the low, but then we came back inside it. So which means that long term, we're actually looking for price to go back up here to the top. So although we got a sell on the euro US dollar on the trade copier, I'm actually thinking it's more likely to go up. So I'm more likely to make long-term profits on the upside than I am on the downside. I'm not saying the trade copy is wrong because it's been proven over the last year that it's 95% showing profitable. So it's got to be successful in some point, right? But I do believe that this could be bullish and bearish. And so because I'm banking on dollar getting weaker, I'm more inclined to want to go ahead and sell the dollar than buy the dollar. So in this case now, from a manual perspective, I'm going to buy euro US dollar. And let's see if I'm wrong. So I'm going to go to euro US dollar, and I'm going to go ahead and buy it. All right? And I'm looking for a 12 pip grab on this. 20 pip grab on this. So there we have it. Here are the trades that we have right now. We are long on CAD Swiss. We are long on Aussie CAD. We are short on CAD. It's a New Zealand CAD. We are short on US dollar CAD. And we are long on US dollar CAD. All of these positions, we're just looking for 20 pip grabs out of that. And once we get to that, we're going to get the heck out of Dodge. All right? Now, we will talk about, now we got traders right here. Can you look at the US dollar JPY? This is not that session for that. Another trader says, can I look at the pound Swiss? Again, not this session. All right. So we'll do, and by the way, I'm going to take notes of those pairs that you do want updates on, and I will do quick videos and post them on those pairs. So we're going to keep it to the structure we have in this session, where we look at 20 pip grabs out of these 5 currency pairs right here. Those are the 5 currency pairs that we review in this session, looking for 20 pip grabs, and we'll go ahead and analyze the other pairs in a different video, and we'll get that posted. And with that being said, traders, if you like the content of this video, like the trade setup that we do in this video, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, but also smash the like button. Smash the like button. Let's get this video out there. Let's go ahead and beat the algorithm, the Google algorithm, and get this video out there to many people as possible. And that is the way you support this channel. We're not asking for any money. Absolutely not. This is just free educational content. And so with that, all I ask is that you subscribe, share, and like this video. With that being said, have a great trading day, and we'll see everyone in the next session, same time tomorrow. So FxBigDog saying goodbye.